Hello and good morning, nerds. Today we talk about the newest developer update. Behavior pushed out another update, and this time, and they will change it this week, they roll back on some of the perk changes or change some of the perk changes they did before. And the first one they change is Thanatophobia. Thanatophobia used to give like the same action speed penalty per injured survivor. With a new update, that will be reduced massively to only a 2% action speed penalty. And if all 4 survivors are injured, dying or hooked, it grants an additional 12% penalty. So all in all, it comes out as the same slowdown when everyone is injured. However, it will be a lot less, like massively less, if not everyone is injured. And you might say, great, everyone said it's very, very unfun to play against like Legion and Plague running Thanatophobia because they basically can guarantee a lot of value out of it. And it's like super boring and super slow. To be fair, Plague still has that kind of issue because Plague is probably the killer that can enforce everyone being injured the most. Legion as well. And it's not ideal as a solution, but I would say it is possible to heal like one survivor to get rid of the hardcore effect as a counter. It's just like, then you only need to heal one. Or like just one person running inner strength. And all that becomes like really rough to deal with if the Legion isn't directly around the corner. I feel like the whole update is a lot about survivors you need to heal now. Because like previously we had Dead Hard. And even though you might argue that the new Dead Hard is actually really good when you get used to it, it still doesn't do as well open field as the old one did. Like you need something to force the killer to slap, otherwise they can just wait it out. That makes it that you need to be full HP to have like the same safety on a bit of a dead zone generator. Or you run sprint burst, that works as well. Generally, I think this is not a bad thing, like especially for survivors. Because Thanatophobia, while giving just like hands-off slowdown to killers, is one of the most boring perks to encounter in your games. Like it just makes the action speed of the most boring action fixing gens, like it just takes longer. If you make something that's not fun, like take longer and still not be fun, that's not necessarily a concept that will be fun in the end. So I would say decent nerf, even though not very elegant. Alright, so let's talk about the Medal of Men change. Medal of Men got a buff and a nerf, and thinking about how we might use it in the future should change quite a bit. So before, Medal of Men was required 3 protection hits and gave you an endurance status effect that didn't give you deep wound, and it also didn't get cancelled by sitting on gens or something, like the conspicuous action that they tend to talk about. Now it only takes 2 protection hits to activate it. However, doing conspicuous actions will deactivate it, and your aura will be revealed to the killer when they're further away than 12, 14, or 16 meters. Now, this might be an interesting interaction with the Object of Obsession, which is probably maybe kind of close to the old Object of Obsession, which I'm not necessarily looking forward to, but I guess we have to experiment with it. On the other hand, you can deactivate that as a killer fairly easy while like slapping someone. So this might also be a bit of an extended anti-tunnel perk. So what could you do with it, right? Let's say like you're full HP, one of your teammates is getting tunneled, and you want to help them, right? You stand in the way, you tank a hit. They get a little bit of extra distance, a little bit of extra speed. Let's say you run Medal of Man, you got that first stack. Then you have a med kit, you heal yourself fully, you tank another hit for them. Now Medal of Man is active. Can like follow them around, tank another hit for them. So you can, with this perk, you can protect someone from being tunneled if they're smart about it. That's an interesting interaction. That's a very interesting, like as an anti-tunnel perk for others, that's kind of cool. I don't like this this part of it, like your aura being revealed, because the interaction with Object of Obsession might just be like the thing everyone has feared for, like everyone hated about the old object. Imagine playing against like a trapper or something, seeing every trap they put down, just because you hide somewhere. And surely the trapper could walk over to the other side of the map to slap you, but you still have 2 health states, right? Also, it's not entirely sure. Oh no, it is clear. Never mind. It is clear. So while the endurance effect is active, we get that aura reveal. So to balance that out, if you touch something that has like makes like just like any progress to the game, you lose the vision, like they lose the vision on you, and arguably the effect will end. And as with other endurance things, having deep wounds, you will no longer be protected anymore. This is, I don't know, I liked the old metal the way it was. I will probably play this less unless I'm doing something funny like save the president or save the streamer. And I just throw my body at the killer to protect whoever I want to protect as a like kind of fun game mode. I don't know. I see some play for it, but I would have preferred it a different way. I think this is a pretty good summary for the whole update. Like everything they do, I see why they do it. And at the same time, I would have preferred it different. They bring the endurance effect more in line with the other endurance effects, so I get why though. Kind of weird and not elegant change. Pain Resonance, Merciless Storm, and Deadman Switch. So after they nerfed Pain Resonance in the way that you can't scream anymore, the thing was that Merciless Storm activated forever. Right? Because you didn't scream, you didn't let go. So you were like stuck forever in that Merciless Storm animation. And because they don't want that, and like it spawned an excessive amount of skill checks, nearly 40, they are restoring Pain Resonance Generator Interruption. But the killer will still not be notified. Honestly, I hate it. This is like the least elegant solution to all that. Like, first of all, Merciless Storm is a meme perk. It is horrible. It is completely horrible. Like, survivors, if they just pay like 5% attention to the video game, it is so easy to hit these skill checks, and it is even fun. Like, you're even creating a more fun environment running Merciless Storm as a killer for the survivors. Because it's actually easy. Like, immensely easy. So, just, like, why not just kill switch Merciless Storm instead of bringing the whole Deadman Switch Pain Resonance meta back? Like, I'm rather doing 40 skill checks than dealing with Pain Resonance and Deadman Switch. And while you could argue that it's incredibly easy to dodge the Pain Resonance interrupt while just letting go of the gen early, I would also argue that paying attention to doing generators is the most, like, it's not going to happen. Like, yes, it is easy to counter, but it's also it's just tedious. It's not fun. It's just, you need to sit there and then you need to look when the hook is going to happen. It's like, it's not fun, man. It's, please, keep that out of the game. Well, it's back. Poggers. But to accommodate for that, they also nerfed Deadman Switch, which is probably not going to matter that much. But maybe it is. I don't know. Seems like I'd rather just have seen kill switching Merciless Storm, or even keep Merciless Storm that way. Who even cares? Merciless Storm only gives like a 20-second block. So even if you have these 40 skill checks and you miss one, you still only have a 20-second block, while Deadman Switch still gives you 30. Like, I see this as a non-issue. Like, the interaction before is not an issue, in my opinion. Clown will be back. Orange Glyphs, they seem to have caused motion sickness for some players. They changed something about it. Like, they make a different glyph challenge out of it. So, yeah, I guess. Why not? Matchmaking incentives will still not be back. They will be back for the next big patch, 6.2.0. And that's it for this time's update. So thank you for stopping by, and let's embrace the new Deadman Switch Scourge Hook meta. Bye-bye.